Hi, I'm Nicole Warren, and I truly hope you enjoy our next special presentation brought to you by VPN Foundations. As you may know, we are a non-profit broadcast channel focusing on benefiting art education for children. So now, sit back, relax, and have fun with us for the next 30 minutes. I'm sure your attention span can handle that long. Enjoy!
Hi, welcome to On Time Cooking. So glad to have you here. Get ready and join us for a 30-minute wonderful show. We have wonderful live music from Dixon. And we're going to have some fun facts and some absolutely real-time conversation with me. And that's wonderful. So what we're going to do is we're going to be inspired today. We're going to change you in the kitchen. We're going to enjoy some good food from wonderful recipes from professional chefs and at-home chefs. So get ready to be changed in the kitchen forever to be the best chef you can be. So now, let's get started.
Welcome to VPN Foundation, guys. This is On Time Cooking. We have a vegan recipe tonight, so stay tuned. Anyways, let me introduce you our crew today. We are with Maestro John Dixon. How are you?
How you doing?
Very good. Thank you so much for asking me. And tonight, as our co-host as well, always, we have Bernadette Brown. How are you?
I'm great. Thanks, Fawn.
Very good. And Bernadette, who is our special guest tonight?
Oh my goodness, we have Tawana here, and she is actually going to be watching her daughter as our chef tonight, Laura. Hi.
All right, Tawana, welcome to our studio. And I'm excited to introduce our chef tonight because she got so many recipes with the vegan world. So tonight, Laura Murphy.
Yeah.
All right, Laura, how are you?
Hey, I'm well. How's it going?
Very good. Something wrong over there. So, Laura, what are we cooking tonight?
Okay, we're going to have a vegan Seitan and Veggie wrap made with homemade flatbread.
Oh, very cool. Excellent. Can't wait to see it. And hi, Tawana, how are you?
I'm doing well, thank you.
Very good. Anyways, I'm not going to take any more of your time. Go ahead.
Okay,
Yes.
great. Let's get started.
Yay.
First, I'm going to get my saute going. Get my pan hot. Now, what I specialize in is oil-free, low-fat, whole foods, plant-based vegan cuisine. And so what that means is there's no oil, there are no refined flours, no refined sugars. Everything comes from plants as you would see them in nature. And so that's why
Nice.
this cuisine is really beautiful.
Nice. I love it. I'm excited. I know everyone watching us is excited. This is really great. Some of you might already be doing this, but Tawana, welcome. And I understand you also follow this as a lifestyle.
Yes, I do. I started in November and I've lost 20 pounds. I'm
that.
reversing diabetes and heart disease and blood pressure. And I'm really excited about this as a lifestyle and
I
a way
love
of eating, not just a diet that you go on and go off.
That's
It's
perfect.
going to be with me for life.
And it is a way of living. I'm
is.
so glad you're here. And what's it like to watch your daughter here?
It's amazing.
I love it.
I love watching Laura cook, and
I
she
love it.
is really developing into a fine vegan chef.
Super.
Thank you
So
very much.
go, Laura. Welcome, and let us know what you're doing here.
All right, so first what I'm starting off with is a oil-free saute, and basically that is an oil-free mushroom broth and a couple tablespoons of a white wine vinegar. So I'm getting that going, and then I'm going to caramelize some garlic and onions. So just letting that get hot first. In the meantime, I went ahead and started a few projects first just to sort of move the process along a little more quickly. I've got some brown rice cooking. It'll be ready in just a few minutes. And I've gone ahead and steamed my potatoes because I'm going to make a potato and oat flatbread. And as I said, it's whole foods based, so I'm going to be using oat flour, which is this right here, which I ground up in the blender from a thick rolled oat.
That's
and
amazing.
so
Wow.
that is the trick. Anytime you're going to do any baking or anything like that, you can just grind
great.
up your own grains, and that is going to be the whole
That
food
is
version.
super. That's a
Exactly.
great
And okay, good. So this is getting nice and hot. I'm going to go ahead and
And
get
those
my
are your
onions going, because these can take quite a while.
Okay. To caramelize. You said you're caramelizing.
Exactly. Caramelizing some onions.
Yeah.
And it looks like a lot, and it's 2 full onions, but it's going to cook down. And so I'm going to get that going. I'm going to go ahead, put a lid on here, just because we want it to get really hot really
Sounds
fast.
great.
And I've used a cup of the mushroom broth, or half a cup, and I'm going to save this just in case. The trick with sauteing without oil is you want to have a little bit of liquid available, like
Okay.
water or oil-free broth. And so as your vegetables are cooking and it starts getting kind of sticky in there, just
Yes.
about a tablespoon at a time, toss some broth in there, and that'll help it not stick to the pan. And
Perfect.
so
And
then
you
you don't
said-
need to use any oil.
Mushroom broth? you
Yeah, this
said?
is a mushroom broth, and
Wow.
the brand is, I went ahead and brought some brands because I just thought that might be helpful
That's
to people.
good, yes.
This is a brand
you.
Pacific. They have several oil-free broths out there that are really nice and only have a few ingredients in them, you know, just really, really fresh and good. I went ahead and I brought some seitan. Normally I would encourage people to make their own seitan, but that's like a whole other kind of fairly large process. It's not hard, but it takes some time. And this brand right here is oil-free, and it's quite good, I think. And
amazing. Wow.
also, I will be serving a cream sauce in this wrap sandwich, and the base of that is an organic, firm silken tofu. And so this is a really cool brand.
Wow, thank you for that information.
Of course.
That's super. So it's up to me to also to just keep you, let you know where the time is right now. You have 24 minutes
Okay,
going
great.
here, so you are good. And again, Tawana, thank you for coming. I'm
Thank
glad
you.
and
It's a thrill to be
sharing
here.
that. I mean, to change the way you
Okay,
live.
that's the timer for
Yeah,
the
the way you
rice.
feel.
Awesome. I'll
Yes.
go ahead and turn that off.
Perfect. I love it. Who cannot like that idea of feeling better and being healthier?
People are making huge strides in their health in not just stopping heart disease and stopping diabetes, but actually reversing it and going back to blood and body biometric data, blood
Right.
pressure, and all kinds of things.
Right.
This is also really good for people that have inflammation and arthritis and
yes.
autoimmune disorders.
Yes.
It's very, very helpful in reversing those
golly.
processes too. So it's
So
very
it's not in sync.
successful. And there's lots and lots of research that backs this up.
I believe that. So you are, Laura, I see you mashing those potatoes right now.
That's right. This is an old school, lots of cultures have this, an old school style of a flatbread where I'm going to use mashed potatoes. They need to be steamed and hot, and use about a cup of them. I'm going to put a little bit more in there just in case. And that's about good right there. And then you take, oops, I didn't get it all out. No wasting, right?
That's right.
Okay, next thing is take a fork, smash your potatoes up. And as I said, I already ground up the oat flour, and I added about a half teaspoon of some sea salt in there. And now
favorite.
I've got my cup of flour. So this is a cup of potatoes, cup of flour, half a teaspoon of sea salt, ready to go.
And that is it.
Yes, and so I'll slowly add this in, mashing it together. Mashing the flour and the potatoes. This is going to make a really nice dough.
Now, who would have thought to make dough like that, right?
Well, yeah, I mean, the thing is, though, is people from different cultures all over the world have actually been using this recipe for quite a long time. It's just so amazing, but you know, cultures that have managed to live around and be really healthy, hearty people are the way they are strong and healthy because they eat plants. And
That's it.
certainly maybe there's some other things that are in there too, but in general, most of their diet's been eating plants, you know? Potatoes, grains, vegetables, corn, legumes, fruit, and you know, maybe a little bit of other things, but in general, the
Right.
plant-based diet that keeps people strong and healthy.
Right. Oh my gosh. And that is, it's as old as the years are, right? that this is how they used to always eat, and then we got into the convenient world, I think is what happens, right? It's all about convenience and fast, and now this could be fast and convenient too. You just have to switch your way of thinking, I guess, right?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay.
And there are ways to make it quicker. You can use canned beans when you're short on time. You can use, but you're still using
that plant.
Whole food, plant-based. You're using the whole food just like it comes to
As
you.
it grows, right?
Right.
I've got it.
Nature gives you that present, and you use it and bring it and give it back and it looks just like that.
I love that. So Laura, you are a little over 20 minutes right now, so just to keep you on that time limit.
Great. I'm going to go ahead and heat up my griddle.
Perfect.
I'm going to kick that up pretty darn high because these things cook fairly quickly. And I'm going to go ahead and, before I cut my dough into pieces for portioning into the flatbread, I'm just going to let it sit for a second, check on my veggies.
Perfect. How about you? Have you ever eaten anything like this before?
I will.
Yes, you will.
And you will like it.
There you go. I bet you will.
It's great soul food.
Bet you will. Oh, there you go. Soul food. Yeah. We like soul food.
So do we.
Yeah.
Now, this might not be a totally traditional caramelized onion where it's, you know, super caramelized, only because we don't have a ton of time. But in general, something like caramelized onions, I would love to recommend that folks go ahead and just have these ready in the refrigerator.
Right, you're right.
Because you can use them anytime, just pull them out, heat them up. And but for this dish, they don't have to be totally caramelized. It's still going to be really delicious.
Right.
So to keep things moving, I'm going to go ahead and add some seasoning. I've got some garlic, and you know what? I know I already have garlic and onions in there, but there's something about adding a little bit more powder that just adds a lot of extra flavor to your fresh that's already in there. So I love to do both, but I like big flavors.
I'm with you. It smells delicious, by the way.
Thank you.
Doesn't it though? Already? Oh.
Our house always smells wonderful.
Doesn't that smell? Oh my gosh.
And I'm going to go ahead and toss in a couple tablespoons of some thyme.
Perfect.
Because that adds an amazing savory flavor.
Yes, it does.
Some sea salt and pepper.
Perfect.
And finally, smoked paprika, which to
I
me
love that.
is like pretty much one of the greatest things on earth.
Oh, yes it is.
It adds such a smoky, hearty, delicious flavor to pretty much anything.
Oh, that is absolute delicious. Oh, wow. Oh, I can smell, oh my gosh. Like we always call it smell-o-vision here. So.
Oh, what a wonderful name.
That. Yeah, smell-o-vision, big time. Oh, it smells wonderful.
Maybe the internet will come up with a way for us to smell through.
We already
online.
coined it, so we're going to have to come up with it. Yeah, we're going to have to come up with that.
Okay.
I'm sure we weren't the ones that coined it, but.
I'm going to let those go a little bit longer. I'm going to go ahead and get my dough ready to go.
Okay, move over what you need to.
And I'm going to go ahead and just cut it into, I'm going to do some larger. Now with this dough, I'm going to go ahead and use some more of my flour, oat flour that I've ground up. And you just kind of don't want to add too much flour to it, but we do have to keep kind of dusting it in order to keep it from getting sticky. Sticking. So dusting, flipping, rolling it out, and because there is no wheat gluten in here, you might find that this this dough will get a little crumbly.
Okay.
So it is quite delicate in that regard because there isn't any gluten that is making it stretchy. When you take gluten out of a grain, then all of a sudden it loses its stretchy quality. And gluten's actually quite important tonight because our seitan is made from pure wheat gluten. So they've removed the gluten from the wheat grain, and it makes this amazing, awesome texture that's a wonderful meat substitute, you know, and it's a great transition for people who are trying to move over to a fully or at least partially plant-based diet. So
That's good to know.
yeah. And you can find that at Sprouts. You can find it anywhere.
Okay, that was the next question that I actually had, and you already answered that. Thank you for that.
And the seitan is high in protein, right, Laura?
It's super high in protein. Yeah,
Good.
gluten is actually
you.
the protein from the grain.
Perfect.
So it's very high in protein. And
Perfect.
you know, in general, people who have celiac or a disease
Right.
that keeps them from being able to eat any kind of wheat product,
Right.
they're only really as like a very, very small percentage of people who actually have that.
Exactly,
But if someone
yes.
finds themselves having a wheat sensitivity, no problem. You don't have to use the seitan. You could go ahead and use tofu. You could use tempeh.
Yes,
There's
yes.
black bean burgers like we were talking
gosh,
about.
yes.
There's lots of different things out there that are soy-free, wheat-free. It's just about getting creative and, you know, doing a little bit of research.
And that's all it is.
Yep.
That's all it is.
So these onions are rocking pretty good. I'm going to go ahead and finish rolling this out.
And while you're doing that, I am going to call our monster chef in, as we like to call him sometimes. So we're going to call him in to make a visit. See what he has to say.
Monster versus Seitan. Wow, that is truly already. So, oh, I might die, Paula.
Oh, excuse me. Just going to go ahead.
I might die, Paula, anyways. But anyways, oh, right there. You got me.
She's working.
So, Laura, what is this?
We have the base of vegetable seitan that has been put together. I've got some caramelized onions, and let me use a little more broth because my dish is starting to stick.
See, Vaughn,
Just a
she's
little
working. She's working. She's got it.
How did you come up with this recipe?
I'm just inspired by a few different things actually. The whole food plant-based diet, as well as just people who have been vegan and fighting for animal rights, as well as the well-being of the planet Earth for decades and decades and decades. But I'm also inspired by different cultural food, and so I really love to do, it's kind of just a fusion.
It looks very nice. Anyways, you need a break. Let's take a break, guys. Bernadette, let's take a break.
For our break. Thank you so much. So, of course, we always want to thank, first of all, our guests, by the way, and our guest chef. But we do always want to thank our sponsor, Blue Water Artists. And they are wonderful people. They share their art from their heart. I just made that up. That was great. Blue Water Artists, please visit them at www.bluewaterartists, 7 artists that do the most personal, beautiful artwork for you to share in your own home and as a gift for your loved one. So right now, thank you so much, Blue Water Artists. We want to take it to one of our favorite spots here, other than eating, is our great music by John Dixon.
All right. We're going to
All
play
right.
the opening theme song in case if you missed it.
Okay.
Just in case. Now, if you did get it, good. But if not, here's what it sounds like.
All right, thank you. And that means, Laura, we are back to you.
All right, awesome. Well, I'm just getting ready to toss my pineapple in. Actually, I want to drain that just a
nice
tiny bit.
pineapple. Pineapple's so good for
Yeah.
you, too.
Yes, it is.
Really good for you. That I do know.
Gonna add a lot of extra delicious flavor. And I will go ahead and get ready ready to add my seitan. The seitan, because this particular brand is a pre-cooked, I'm gonna wait just a little while longer.
Okay.
Toss it in.
You are so hard at work, Laura, I'm gonna tell you.
Thanks.
You really are.
Thank you very much.
Hard at work.
I love delicious food.
Yes.
Okay, let's go ahead and check on our flatbread. It's looking pretty good. One way you know you're in a good position to flip your flatbread is it starts to get a little bit of bubbling action going
A
on.
lot of the specialty stuff. But I'm getting more adventuresome as I'm learning to use more and more of the kitchen utensils and all of that.
Good.
I've always been a different kind of cook, so
Yes,
this
so
is
this is
new to me,
learning.
but I'm learning lots and lots of new things,
How fun,
and I
though.
I'm getting more and more adventuresome.
Oh, I love it. Why not? Oh, especially when it's healthy.
Well, and this roti, the flatbread, is to die for.
That has
It
to
is
be.
amazing.
That has to be.
I'm going to get a close-up of the seitan here because you can really
I wanna
see
Look at that.
this delicious plant substance that makes a wonderful meat substitute.
It's amazing.
The texture is incredible. You bite into it, and you know, for people who really love meat, this can be an awesome way to make transitioning to a plant-based diet so much easier.
Yeah.
And it's quite good. Quite filling. So we are looking really good here. This is going to be finished very
Perfect.
quickly.
You're at 9 minutes left, so you're
Okay,
doing very
wonderful.
well.
Awesome. So my bread's looking good here.
Oh, doesn't that
Yeah.
look great?
Cool. I'm going to go
Wow.
ahead and get my
It's like she's been
plate
doing
ready.
this forever.
She has.
It is. It looks like she's been doing it forever.
go ahead and turn this off because that is done. Now, last final thing is going to be adding my nutritional yeast. Nutritional yeast is an amazing addition that adds a kind of cheesy, in a way, creamy flavor and texture to your dishes. And
Laura, what was that again?
nutritional yeast.
Okay.
Finally, last ingredient, I'm adding a 4th cup of fresh parsley.
Nutritional yeast. I'm not.
Yeah, you can find that in the bulk section at Sprouts. You can find it at Whole Foods. It's really easy to find. You won't find it at a lot of like conventional grocery stores.
Right.
Not yet, but maybe, you know, veganism is growing and growing, so maybe stores are going to start carrying more.
Yes.
Okay, now I'm going to get my, I'm just going to pick it up, you know?
Yeah, watch the burns.
And I'm going to flip my other bread. It's definitely doing really well.
Look at them. Crazy.
And so first thing what I want to do is, I've got my brown rice. I'm going to put a layer of brown rice down.
Look at that.
And how'd you cook the rice, Laura?
It's a cup of brown rice with 2 cups of water, and I cooked it at 45 minutes, just with a lid on it, so that keeps the steam in.
So that was easy.
Go ahead.
Yes. Very easy.
We cook a lot of our rice in an instant pot.
Okay.
And
I do mine in a steamer.
And a
rice
steamer
cooker.
works well,
Yeah.
and a rice cooker.
Yeah.
So you can cook rice in lots of different ways. Oh my gosh.
That looks so good.
Pass the plate.
Yeah. Don't call them in. We are at 7 minutes, so hey, relax just a little here, Laura. You're doing wonderful.
Okay, cool.
And this is amazing.
And that is?
This is a cream sauce made out of the tofu I was telling you about, a silken organic tofu, and it has some garlic and some onions and some salt and some lemon juice and some white wine vinegar.
Oh, good.
Yeah, so
Delicious.
totally.
Now that's a big sandwich.
Normally I want these to be a slight bit bigger. I got these a little bit fat, so what I'm gonna do is,
There are skewers.
She's got some.
yeah,
Okay, good.
I'm gonna pin
Perfect, thank you. Perfect. Oh, doesn't that look so nice?
It's beautiful.
Oh, doesn't that look so good too? Looks so
made the bread the other night, and I was just amazed. It was delicious with tzatziki sauce.
Oh, I love tzatziki sauce. Oh.
And with
Love it.
we had all kinds of things that we wrapped up in it. We had hummus. We had
Love
several
hummus,
different
too.
dips that we had made.
Perfect.
And we make all of those.
I love it.
Oil-free,
I've
fat-free.
made hummus. I have made that before, and tzatziki sauce. I made that.
Now I ventured out and made this tzatziki the other day and made a hummus and had a wonderful roasted red pepper hummus and tzatziki.
That's
And
me. I could do that.
I had mine with pizza bread, but it would have been delicious with this bread that she's got.
Laura, are you done?
I'm done.
What?
Yeah.
You've got 5 minutes.
That's okay because I'm still making more bread and I wanted to prepare food for everybody else.
So make another one.
I'm going to
Let's
make
play
another one. You got it.
You've got 5 minutes to do this. Let's
Awesome.
do it.
Perfect. Great.
Let's
I'm going to go ahead and roll out
That's
another one.
Fabulous. That is super.
I just felt
love
the
it.
pressure on hard
Isn't it?
there.
Yeah, let's do this. We can do it.
Some serious pressure.
Oh my golly. It
Cool.
just looks so. Is this the first time you made this?
No, this isn't the first time.
Okay.
I've made it before. The dish, make sure this is off. Okay, good. Everything's off. I've made everything before, yeah. And yeah, but I was just practicing the bread the other day, and I'm gonna pull this one out. Where are my little tongs? Okay.
Yeah, you're getting brave.
Stick your hand
Yeah,
in
no,
there.
you just when you cook a lot, you just end up doing that.
But
Keep
you're
dusting.
just moving around there. That looks well. You know, when you're talking potato, and that I'm coming from an Italian family, gnocchi was a potato, and loved. You know, that was like my favorite.
So good.
Yeah. So this is bringing back those thoughts and to me here.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I love gnocchi. It's
I
so
do too.
amazing.
Absolutely.
I love Italian food.
I know that garlic. I tell you, I can't live without
You
it.
can make delicious Italian food. You can make delicious
Without
any
oil,
kind of cuisine
absolutely.
without oil.
Meat.
Absolutely correct.
Doesn't-
And
There's a
without
lot of meat.
cheese.
Yeah, the cheese
And
thing.
without cheese,
Yes, you can.
and without dairy, and without milk. So there is a lot.
Yeah.
This
So
time I'm
you
just going
got-
to do sort of like a fold
Like
on
a
that.
half, like a pita.
Yeah, like a pita, exactly. I'm going to get another
Horrible.
plate.
We're just, yeah, exactly. We're a little over 3 minutes, so you're good.
Okay, cool. All right.
That's great. Wow.
Plenty of time to share the wealth
Yes.
with everybody.
So does this look good to you? It does, right? Yeah.
And I'm hungry.
Yeah, no, it makes you hungry. It's like
It does.
It's like
The wonderful
so-
smells.
It really is.
There's nothing like the smell of onion and garlic.
No,
I know.
I agree with you 100% on that one. And herbs. Me and my herbs.
Right.
I'm like an herb nut.
Absolutely.
Yes.
A little more cream sauce. Yeah, to me this is like such an interesting fusion between like say Hawaiian food,
I see that.
Mediterranean food.
Yes.
It's
Yes.
just
Yes,
just
it is.
all these fresh ingredients.
Yes, it is. You've got your pineapple, you've got your veggies in there, you've got your fruit in there. I love it.
Yeah.
I love it. That's beautifully done. I love it. This is great. It just looks wonderful. I'm impressed. Anyone who's watching us now, oh my gosh, I'm sure there's ones out there. I know someone, personally,
Not working
Tyler, if you're
correctly.
watching, I'll mention Tyler because he would go crazy over this. I know there's some of you out there that love this way of living and eating. Share it with us. I might not be getting all your feeds right now, but I will definitely answer you later. And share with us that you do eat this way and share what it's done for you in your life and your health. We want to know. So we are... I'm laughing. I'm sorry. This is just a behind the scenes. I just laugh.
I thought maybe that was turpentine or something.
I think he's getting ready for something here. Look at that. That's fabulous.
Beautiful.
I love it.
Can't wait to try.
No, absolutely wonderful.
Just gonna go ahead and get the next plate going. How about that?
Okay, and you know what? You're like at 1 minute. Let's call them in. We'll give them more time to eat.
Oh, okay. Great.
Okay. We'll give them more time to eat. All right. Let's go. Well, that was a nice, cool blast. Look what the smoke
That's
blew
how
in.
Monster Chef enters. So what we got here?
Oh.
Wow, beautiful.
Here's a wonderful plate for you. This is our Seitan and Veggie wrap. Here's some napkins as well. I meant to pull them out. Oh, they're right here on your
He's
left.
playing with them.
And yeah, that's the dough that we worked with. It's a dough made out of rolled oats and potatoes, just in a little bit of sea salt. Just a really, really, really standard flatbread that lots of cultures in many countries have made for many years.
It's like a kid with
Presentation
Play-Doh.
is not good.
You can eat it just like that if you want to.
Presentation is not good.
It's not?
I show you why, Brianna. Follow me.
Oh no, I knew he was up to something out there. That's potatoes. What is he doing?
Nice.
Well, I guess vegan is different.
Yes, it is.
I take that back.
Yeah, okay. So dig in.
Oh, God.
Come help me, Tawana.
Here you go.
Leslie, come help me.
Yes. Come on in. Come on in. Let's introduce you.
3 generations.
We have our 3 generations right here. Mom, and daughter.
Hello.
It's wonderful. I love it.
All right, guys. Enough. Come on.
Here, want to taste
You
some?
guys too close.
Yes.
Here's one, Grandma.
Right here, Grandma. Right here, Grandma.
Oh, okay. He wants you to share.
Right here, Grandma. Let's talk about this dish for a minute.
Oh, don't you waste any of that.
Oh my gosh, this looks awesome.
It's
I
delicious.
know, right? There's some napkins, girls, right here. Good?
Tastes good. Tastes really
Gonna
good.
make me eat on TV.
Tastes really good.
I was thinking
Whoa,
Grandma-
it's easy, guys.
Grandma Pete. Think about Grandma Pete when she
It's
lived.
my Seitan dish.
Okay.
All right, let's go, guys. Let's talk. Come on, let's talk. Yes.
They want to eat it. It's so good.
Tastes really good.
Oh, it's delicious.
Tastes really good, right?
Okay.
Don't go anywhere. Come here, Grandma.
My mother, which would be the 4th generation, she was the one who had a little cafe on Route 66.
That's so
and she
cool.
made food while
So
everybody
cool.
watched her.
So, what do you guys think about the taste?
I love it.
I love it.
Number 1 to 5.
5.
What about you?
5.
5. I agree.
love it.
I agree with that.
love
What
it.
about presentation?
Nice.
Presentation.
I like it.
How much?
What?
Presentation.
Very good. Very good. 5.
1 to 5.
5.
Why?
Why? Because it's beautifully prepared. She did a beautiful job on the stove.
Yeah, I like it. I think the red is red, the green is green. It's very sharp. The
Yeah.
contrast is very well
She
done.
does a beautiful
Yes,
job
it
with
is.
colors in her food.
Yeah.
Her food is amazing.
So, what about her execution during a live show?
I think she did a great job. She was fast and
Yeah.
furious.
Yes.
She
Number
was
5.
on fire.
Finished
Number
on
5.
time.
5 for sure.
Finished
All right.
on time.
All right. Anyways, guys, go back.
Okay.
Kind of too hot.
Well, she's taking her last bite.
Come on, Leslie.
Nice, Grandma. Thank you.
So great.
Anyways, I will pay for all these. I paid $39.99 and I shared it with.
Oh, nice. Very nice.
You definitely walk away full and happy.
And healthy.
And what else can I say?
You did execution.
Yeah,
you
taste,
did
originality, we did all of that.
Taste,
and
originality.
We paid $34.99.
You can do originality, by the way.
I know, but because it's vegan,
But it's
I think
very
it's
original.
very good. Yeah, so
What
what's the
about-
overall rating?
Hey,
Well,
what-
it's a 5.
What about the category for producing food that is inspiring nonviolence and love across the earth that takes care of animals and the environment? I think I get a 10 for that.
Oh, got you on that.
You know,
Oh, can't argue that one at all. Oh, you're done.
Too much politics for me in the live show. I probably won't say anything, Laura.
Oh my God.
Anyway, so thank you so much for coming.
Thank you.
Lovely dish. Thank you for coming to the show. And anyways, everybody, please try this dish at home. The recipes is online, all on our social media. And we see you next Wednesday with On Time Cooking here at VPN Foundation. Goodbye.
Bye-bye. Good night.
Now how do we eat it?
Yeah,
I'm gonna finish making the bread.
So good.